Alright, so today I've got an issue here I'm working on the A770. This wheel on the left side randomly decided to just turn. Now usually this whole side is not working, so I've kept it in regular steering mode where the wheels won't independently turn, but for some reason it just decided to do that. So what I've done so far is look into the computer and see what's going on. I would try to see if I could reverse the wires between this tire and this tire so that the computer would think it's on that tire and then turn this one back this way in the alignment mode, but that didn't work. In fact, it actually might have saved me $1,500 because I was going to replace that computer, but now I've determined that the code literally followed to this side when I did that, when I swapped the wires. So what that's telling me is that the computer is seeing something in this set of coils that when I moved the wiring from here to here, the code went to that side, telling me that there could be an issue with these coils here. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to replace these two coils that control the hydraulics, and hopefully the computer will see the new coils and the code will go away. Then I'm going to go ahead and do a wheel alignment. So hopefully we'll get this side working properly, and once I do that, then I won't have to worry about it anymore, because the coils are only, I think, $15 a piece. So I'm just going to replace all those coils, and it's 4 coils total for this side of the system here. And I think what's going on is the code being that it's saying that there's a short to ground. It very well could be the coils themselves are internally shorted. Maybe they overheated and internally shorted, and that's what I'm thinking might have happened, because this whole side here, I shouldn't see the code go to the other side when I hook that side up to these coils for this side. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I've got the new solenoids here, so I'm gonna start putting them in. One at a time. Just gonna take those out and put these in. All right, so I just got finished replacing the coils. Haven't cranked it up and tried it yet, but if what I'm saying is true about, I think it's the coils, since the error message went to the other side when I swapped it. One of these coils, or at least one or two of these coils should be good. I just replaced all of them on one side, so I'm gonna test them and just kind of see. Maybe we can see a direct short in one of these coils. If we do see a direct short, then we know that's what the computer was looking at. So I'm going to start with this coil first and see what the ohms of resistance are. Because I thought maybe it would be a wiring harness issue, but apparently it's not. Okay. So that one is 14.8, 14.6. Okay, so that's 14.6. This one is 14.6. So that's 2 coils that are 14.6. Let's try this one. This one is 14, well, 16, 14.7, 14.2, about the same thing. This one is 13.6, 13.4, 13.3. Okay. So yeah, this one here is the only one that's a little bit less ohms of resistance. I probably should test a new coil, a known good coil, and see what the resistance is. Right, so the new coil was saying somewhere around 13.6. So the other, I had 3 coils that were around 14, I believe, and one was 13. So that could be what it is. Maybe if it's over a certain resistance, it's going to get that error message. So we'll see what happens. So it looks like that fixed it. It was just the coils. So out of all the coils that I had, 3 of them were, I think, 14, around 14 ohms. The good one, I guess the good one was 13 ohms. And that kind of lined up with what the new one said, about 13 ohms. So that just that little bit of resistance caused it to not work. So I don't know if I got the wheel lined up just right, but looks like that's all it was. Just the coils were bad. Three coils were bad. So that means I got an extra coil, and that's pretty much it. So now I should be able to drive it around in skid steer mode. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to see if I can see what the wheel angle is from the inside while I adjust the wheels from the inside of the cabin. But that's it right there. That's what it is right now. So it's a little off, and that's the reason why, basically, because I can't really see it. Alright, so that's it. It's in zero mode. It's zeroed out. So yeah, that's what it was. Just bad coils. And I got new ones on Amazon for like, I think, $15 a piece. So, yep, that was all it was. Bad coils. ended up getting it working again. Looks like the wheels are now turning correctly. The front wheels turn when it's in, I think, 2-speed mode, and all wheels turn when it's in snail mode, or I guess regular speed mode. So it's like several modes going on here, but all the wheels were turning, I think. So that's pretty much it. And also, it looks like I was testing this this assembly back here, these two connectors, and there was plenty of oil coming off of them when I loosened them up. So that does mean that these this here does work for the Bobcat. These are my Bobcat connectors, is what I found out. So what I'm gonna do is order new hoses, and once I order new hoses, then I'm gonna go ahead and put a Bobcat cylinder in here, so that I can get my power Bobcat back, so that all this here can be automated with a switch in the cab. So the switch is there, the hydraulics are there, they are indeed working. I found that out, so I don't know why they disconnected it, but I'm just gonna put it back together with the cylinder and the hoses, and we should be back working again. So yeah, I mean, this is coming along nicely. It looks like it just needs a few things put back together on it, and that's basically it. So now I'm just gonna start painting.